Welcome to Livingston, our podcast where we invite local businesses, people, and organizations to talk about what they are giving to our community.
As real estate professionals with the Putkela Group, we bring valuable insight into the local market and community every week.
Thanks for listening,
and
welcome to Livingston. Hello and welcome everybody to another episode of the Welcome to Livingston podcast. We are just so happy to have you guys here. My name is Don Putkela.
And I'm Angela Putkela, and we're with the Putkela Group Real Estate Professionals. And our podcast has been brought to you by Jim Paquette at Lake Michigan Credit Union.
Yes, so I am excited about today's episode.
Today's a fun one. Yes,
It
especially,
is.
You've been getting into this topic.
I am. So we're sitting down discussing what we wanted to talk about today. And I know a lot of times we have guests of local businesses, but we were talking about things that the community has and things that community members in Livingston County can get involved in. And, you were challenging me, hey, let's think about what to talk about today. And seeing as I was in a pool swimming for an hour, trying to think of what to talk about, swimming was in my head. So I wanted to talk about the different community center pools that we have in Livingston County.
That's true. We've never really touched on swimming opportunities. And there's a lot of great places and great things out there that would be a great thing to get the word out on.
It is, because, the local parks and recs, and maybe we should do an episode just about parks and recs at some point.
I think maybe we should, yeah.
Because they have so many programs.
Yes, absolutely.
Right? It's just amazing. If you're a family in Livingston County and you have kids, we've used so many different resources over the years. But today I wanted to talk about the high school pools.
Right. Well, in like the swimming, available pool, swimming indoor.
Yes. Yeah, because there's
places,
outdoor
right?
too, but,
Yeah.
So,
Not right now, though.
No, not right now.
It's winter as we tape this, but, maybe you're listening to this and it's summer. So
right.
We can touch on some of those. But so tell me about someone that wants to swim and they're in Livingston County. They've just got here. What do you tell them?
Okay, well, the first thing is again, through the community ed of the different districts, Howell has a great pool. Actually, Howell has two pools. There's one at Howell High School. There's one at Parker, because Parker was supposed to be a high school, and then it turned into a middle school, so they still have a pool there.
Parker Middle School, yeah.
Right. There's Hartland High School has a great pool complex that I'm going to talk about the differences there. Brighton, which is what I've been swimming in for the last 3-4 weeks, has a great pool that they put in about 12 years ago. So it's a pool on the newer side. It is an amazing pool. I've really enjoyed being in there. And then Pinckney has two different pools as well.
Really?
So they have one at Pathfinder, and then they have one at Pinckney High School. And then, of course, there's one over in Fowlerville as well. But what I wanted to talk about is if you're in the winter and you're looking to be able to get into a pool, these different pools have so many different resources for classes and open swim time and lap time.
And certainly why that's good is, for a lot of people that I know, they're walkers. They're active people that get out and walk. And when you have such a snowy, cold winter like we've been having, it's really hard in terms of how slippery it is, have things been cleared.
Right.
So people really want to get that fitness in. Maybe, going to the gym's okay, but again, if
water
crowded.
aerobics is a big deal.
Yes, it is.
A lot of people do water aerobics. I know that Brighton Pool has water aerobics 3 days a week for people to get in and try that out. One of the things I love about the pool is it doesn't have that impact on your joints.
Yeah.
So as you get older, the pool becomes a better and better option because you're able to get that workout in without that pounding on the knees.
Right. That's a good point.
Which is really nice. But the first thing I wanted to do is I wanted to talk about the differences in the pools, because you've been to a couple of these pools as well.
Oh, absolutely. Mm-hmm.
So I think the most fascinating one that people would not know as much about is Hartland.
That's true. Heartland's pool is very special.
Yeah. So some of the things that Hartland Pool has is they have a splash pad.
Yeah.
Fun things for the kids to do. They have a small, I don't really want to call it a lazy river, but it's kind of like a small lap that's like a lazy river. that like you can have some fun in, that the water keeps flowing and everything, and they'll have like noodles in there and everything. They have a water slide.
Yeah.
And then they still have a traditional lap pool.
Yeah. And that one, what was so neat for me, because we used that for our daughter who loved to swim, and had rented it out for her birthday because they allow birthday parties.
They do.
So we looked that up and we thought, boy, this is a great thing. And it was just a lot of fun.
It was a lot of fun. We also did, back in the day, we did a Cub Scout event there.
Yeah.
Where we rented the space out for the Cub Scouts to go in there and have fun and do all the things.
Yeah. That was a fun thing for the kids to do.
That was a fun thing for the kids.
Because the thing is, it doesn't matter if it's summer or winter or whenever, because it's indoors. It's available anytime.
It's available anytime.
And so it's a great resource if you're looking for something to do for kids to be able to be active.
Right. So in terms of rental, because I was looking this up, Hartland has the ability to rent for birthday parties and for private parties. Howell has the ability to rent for birthday parties and private parties. Pinckney, very limited time slots. Like it's like if you want a party, this is the exact time slot you have to go into.
Okay.
But it looks like they have that ability as well. Brighton is more of a traditional high school pool. They have tournaments there. You go there to do laps. They do have some lessons during the summer. They obviously have water aerobics, and I've been in there doing laps in the morning. But I wanted to talk about Howell because Howell is really interesting. Howell's pool has a hot tub. Actually, Hartland has a hot tub as well.
Oh,
I remember
do remember that.
Yes.
Yeah. But I didn't realize Howell had one.
Yes, it's in a little cubby corner, like you'll miss it if you don't look for it.
Okay.
Because I've been in that as well. I remember when each of our three kids had swimming lessons when they were real little.
Yes.
And I think it was Evie, might have been Colin as well, but I had to bribe them if they'd go in the cold water. When it was done, I would take them over to the warm water.
Okay. It was very clever.
Yes.
Good.
So they do have a little hot tub as well. But Howell has such extensive classes.
I still remember, because I'm not much of a swimmer, but with a toddler it was easy. But motorboat goes so slow, and motorboat goes so fast. And I mean, our kids still even joke about it now, and they're teenagers and adults.
So
Step on the gas.
So yeah,
so cute.
I would say to anyone out there, get your young ones in these toddler classes.
They do such a great job.
They do such a great job. The teacher to student ratio is pretty good. If you're in the toddler classes, know that as the parent, you're getting in the water with your kids.
Yes.
Okay. But I was looking online. Howell offers private lessons.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
So if you really want that one-on-one.
You really want that one-on-one, you can get that, right? Mm-hmm. But they have certified instructors. Again, check on Community Ed for that. The thing about the pools is that their schedule changes based on the season.
Okay.
Obviously, the pools are used during the day sometimes for the students when school's in session, because you do have gym class and you do have pool time and that. And then if it's a snow day, the pool's closed.
Okay. That is a bummer.
Yeah, which has hit me the last couple of weeks.
Yes, poor guy. That's true. You don't really think about that as a business. It'd be like, oh, wow, kids are off. What a perfect time. But because it's affiliated with the school.
Right.
Then it affects things.
It affects things, right. But the nice thing is I'm jumping around a lot, but like Hartland obviously has more opportunities to rent it out for different types of things, because you're getting that water slide. You're getting the splash pad. You're getting the little bit of a lazy river that the other pools in Livingston County don't have.
Right.
But that's really nice. Actually, not to say outside the county, but if you're on the edge of the county, Milford High School also has like a water slide and
splash pad or
water slides.
Oh, water slides. Okay.
Because we've gone to a couple events there as well.
Okay. Yeah, that's not too far from
not too far.
The county. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, their water slide looks like a dragon.
Ooh, I remember that place.
Yes.
That's right. We did go to an event there once.
Yeah.
But yeah, so there's just so many different options. I feel like with Howell, like, isn't there like an aquatics community rec and ed?
Yeah. So there's like Howell Aquatics that you can go to that like it's its own division of Parks and Rec.
But still uses the high school pool.
But still uses the high school pool. But Howell's classes are the most extensive of any of the community pools.
In terms of
they have more
offerings.
options. Looking at it here, this is like just their schedule right now.
Holy
they've got. I mean,
it's a huge grid.
It's a huge grid, but I mean, they have lap swimming and they have deep water aerobics and they have yoga classes and they have all these different classes, plus all the toddler classes and everything that you're getting through community ed to go in there to learn those things. Plus, they also have open swim times.
Oh, yeah.
Which is a nice thing. Howell does, if you have a kid in Howell schools in the elementaries, when I was looking it up, Howell has open swim times specific to the elementaries.
Oh my goodness.
So like it's a Hutchings open swim time. So like you're going there for Hutchings and it's all only kids from Hutchings, or it's a Challenger open swim time. So you're going there and you're going to see your friends there.
Wow.
For that.
That's cute. And then it's not so crowded that it's not open swim for everybody.
Exactly.
And, that's a great way for that community to get connected.
To get connected. So, I mean, that's really nice. And I like that they are trying different things. In fact, Howell, back in the day, they don't do it right now, but Howell had an amazing event that they used the pool for part of it that our son Harrison was part of.
Oh my goodness, that's right. When he was young. So it's been a long time.
He was probably about 10.
Yeah. So it's been a decade. So I don't know whatever happened to it, but it was a triathlon.
Yes.
So here is this elementary kid, kind of upper elementary, that kind of thing. And he did his first triathlon. And he wasn't even the best swimmer, but he'd been working on it.
His first and only triathlon.
Yes,
Let's get this.
Yes, this is true. But we were very proud, And so the distances were...
I think he had to do because he was on the younger side. So I think he had to do 4 laps in the pool.
Yeah.
And then he had to, his bike was there and they did a bike course and then they did a run. But it was so amazing to see so many people of the community come out, and they'd been doing that for a number of years. So it was really nice. But the point of that is Howell does some interesting events at their pool.
Yeah.
In fact, they have one coming up. If you're listening to this episode right when it comes out, they have one coming up. So they are doing an underwater Easter egg swim on March 21st.
Ooh.
Yes.
Oh, that's really fun.
So you're going to go there and it's going to be an Easter egg hunt, but the Easter eggs are going to be on the bottom of the pool. And you got to dive down and get the Easter eggs.
Wow. It's a whole different kind of Easter egg.
Maybe some of them will be floating too and everything, but
yeah.
it's a fun and unique event.
Yeah.
So check on their website. You can sign up for that if you have a kid that really likes to swim. You can go out and do that.
I feel like I remember in the past something like Swim Up drive-in movie.
They did do
too.
that. Yeah, they've done that as well.
Yeah, so they're always getting creative over in Hall with the swim up.
Right. Now we contrast that with Brighton, which Brighton is very big into the swim teams.
Yes.
So,
very big into athletics.
Very big into athletics. But when I'm at the pool and I'm doing my slow laps, right?
Yeah.
I'm looking up on the wall, and usually when you're at a high school pool, you see like all the records for the lap times for the kids in high school, right?
Right.
And they have all that there. But then they have this big board on the wall that has like all the records for like, the 6 to 8 year olds and the 8 to 10 year olds and the like all the way through for the the community swim team of essentially that they have through there, that they have the records on the wall for the younger kids.
Uh-huh.
So they're starting them young for all of that through the community, through the schools, to really encourage, being athletic, being in the pool, being able to swim. It's a really nice thing to see.
Yeah.
Today's episode of the Welcome to Livingston podcast is brought to you by our valued sponsor, Jim Paquette with Lake Michigan Credit Union. He is a trusted mortgage lender who has lived and worked in our community for many years. Jim Putkela is dedicated to helping our neighbors achieve their homeownership dreams and is proud to support the local businesses that make our area special. Now let's dive back into the stories of the incredible entrepreneurs we are featuring today.
Well, and I like that over in Brighton, that's very cost effective.
I was going to bring that up. So, again, check on the websites for all of these things, right? So, like, I have the winter schedule for Howell here, and I have the prices for what a drop-in lap swim is and what a membership for the month is, or you can get like a 10-pack or a 20-pack card, a punch card to get yourself in. And there's
a lot of great options, but you pay for it.
There's a lot of great options, but you pay for it. But it is affordable. And I'm not going to put the prices out there just because those could change. But there is a fee, right? Nominal fee. In Brighton, no fee.
No fee.
No fee. Maybe there is for the aerobic classes, but for lap swimming,
I bet there probably is.
For lap swimming, you show up, you go into the locker room, you change, you come out, you swim your laps, you go home. As long as you are in Brighton,
right,
you're able to do that, and that's just a resource that they give to the community. The same way that the high school gym is open, the workout room is open from 7 to 9 p.m. Monday through Thursday for anyone in the community to come in and work out.
That's wonderful.
Right.
See, and I'll bet you people don't know that.
Yeah, so I mean, the high school is a resource. So when you see these bonds come up and you're voting for them to improve their facilities, understand that that's benefiting more than just the students.
Right.
Okay.
It's the community at large.
The community at large, and they get to use these things. Same things with, I know in Brighton, they built the big, huge indoor football field by Maltby.
Right.
And they're going to be building one in Howell here soon. Mm-hmm. Those got voted on, but those benefit the entire community.
Yeah.
And this new pool that they put in Howell, in Brighton,
mm-hmm.
Like 12 years ago, it's a great pool and it's warm.
Oh my gosh, that was the first thing you said when you started swimming. You're like, I don't think I can ever swim anywhere else.
Well, the funny thing is I was really nervous.
Yeah.
I was nervous because I'd done swimming in Howell. And maybe they've changed their temperature. I haven't been in their pool in 6 or 7 years, right?
Yeah, it's been a hot minute.
But I always felt like I was going to have hypothermia.
Yeah.
People that swim laps that are on swim teams like the pool cold.
Yeah.
So, and the difference of 3-4 degrees can be a big deal.
And I feel like that's really universal because even over at Oak Point, they always keep
the
their
Oak
pool
Point
so
pool.
cold.
It is very cold. They have a good swim team as well.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But that's the Brighton
with...
pool feels like it's warmer to me.
Okay. Could be
lots of chlorine, but it's warmer. It could be because I'm older. But I just think it's great that the different, so what I would say first off is if you're in, Pinckney, Howell, Brighton, Hartland, check the community website. It's very easy. You can just Google, Howell High School pool, Brighton High School pool lap hours, right? And it'll pop right up and it'll tell you when the times are. It'll tell you if you have to register, what the price is. But it is a whole body workout and it's great to get into the pool. And if you're like, I know your mom used to do water aerobics.
Yes, she did. Mm-hmm.
I know that for people that, have mobility issues or joint issues or arthritis, these water aerobic classes are a wonderful option because, again, it's low impact.
Yes. Absolutely.
Even lower than like an elliptical.
Yeah.
And you just feel good getting out of the water.
Right.
And it's you don't have to have equipment.
Right. That's true. Well, you need a swimsuit.
Well, yeah, this is true. But other than that, it's just really good. And, I think it's a great thing. And I think if you're looking for like birthday parties, wow.
Yeah, it's a great idea. But so if someone does want to do this, the locker rooms are there and available and you just bring a lock and you bring your stuff. And
I will say that you have to get past the fact that There's no high schoolers in there when you're in there, but high schoolers leave their towels all over the ground, at least in the men's locker room. So you're like, you go back in your head, you're like, man, these locker rooms aren't the cleanest things because high schoolers aren't clean kids. So they're like, they'll, but no,
it does fall within school hours.
Yes, so. But the actually, I'm going before it does, but I'm going early in the day. You know, you have to get out by when they're going to be using it. You can't be there at the same time as the students are there. But you go in, you bring a lock with you. I get changed in the locker room. You know, I rinse off in the shower before I go out onto the pool deck, swim my laps, come back, rinse off in the shower again, get changed, come home. It's nice and easy, and I'm doing it. You know, it was 3 degrees this morning when I was driving there. So it's, you know, I can't wait for when I do it in the summer.
Yeah, I was going to say, because that's not my cup of tea.
Right. But I think it's really good. And they have, you know, again, you know, even Brighton has open swimming on the weekend. You can check their schedule for when you can get in for an open swim.
Nice.
You know, and then they have like Howell has family swim times. They have the elementary swim times. Same thing in Hartland, that there's open swim times you can go to.
Right. Wish we had more firsthand experience of Pinckney. So sorry, we're not speaking more to that. That's not one that we've actually been to.
Yeah, so Pinckney and Fowlerville, I know they have pools. Fowlerville's website really didn't have a lot of information on it. So unfortunately, I don't know if they have open lap time or what time the lap time is. I know from looking online that Pinckney does have open lap times.
Okay.
Their schedule changes based on the season. So I'm looking at the winter schedule right now. So if you're going to go out there, please jump onto the website and check for the lap time. And I noticed in Pinckney, it went back and forth between the high school and Pathfinder. Okay. So you got to check the schedule on which pool you're supposed to go to right now.
Right place, yeah.
You know, so that's an important thing. But one of the nice things I would say about the Howell Aquatic Center is the Howell Aquatic Center also has an exercise room.
Oh.
So you can go there and you can go use an elliptical as well. You can go there, and their hours are a bit more open because it's in the high school complex, but it's its own building.
Okay.
With its own parking lot. So it's not technically connected to the high school.
Right. Whereas like Brighton is part of the high school.
It's part of the high school. Like you have to look at the schedule and they're like, you need to come at this time. This is a specific door you need to come to.
Yep.
You need to get buzzed in, you know, so it's, you know, it's a bit more extensive because it's actually part of the high school.
Gotcha. But for each of these communities, you just go online. And check, and you can find out all the details.
Yeah. And then you can use the pools.
Yeah.
You know, you can use the facilities. You know, you're
part of our community.
Yeah, you're a taxpayer in the community, and the public schools, they want to open this up to you. They have all these great classes that they're doing through community ed.
Yeah.
You know, a way to be active, a way to be involved. You know, meet
people.
Yeah. Meet people that have interests.
Right. That's true. And for those listening that are new to the community, what a great way to just get in, do something fun, and meet some people that are here.
Right.
You know?
And, you know, the thing that I thought was the most interesting for little kids was that elementary swim days that Howell has.
Yeah.
So if you're looking for your kid to meet other kids at the school that maybe aren't in their class, what a great thing to go to. You know, gave them a chance to jump in the pool, and kids love being able to jump in the pool in the winter.
Yeah.
You know, it's that thing outside of it. You know, I remember when we were kids, you know, people would get a hotel room and go to the Holodome.
Oh, that was a big deal. Yes. Oh, I remember that. Man, when someone had a birthday party at the Holodome, wow.
Yes, you're dating yourself, but yes.
That's okay. I'm getting older. But no, I always remember that was so much fun because in terms of birthday parties, it was just something really special. And the fact that each of these communities has this and offer this. And when we did it for our daughter, I remember kind of looking at a lot of the different places, and, you know, some of the birthday parties, you know, the places charged through the nose. And I do remember that the swimming pool, and that's part of why we went with it. A, she loves swimming, but B, they were very reasonable compared to these other places.
Yeah, and then you get pizza. You bring pizza there. You bring your pop there. They let you bring in your own food.
Yes, because they're, and at least Hartland I can speak to. I don't know about Howell or Brighton, but there's this separate room where, we can do the cake, we can do the pizza. The kids come by, they drop off their stuff, but for the most part, they're always running and going into the pool.
Right.
But it was nice to have our own little area, and that was all included as part of it.
Exactly. And again, speaking more of Hartland, but I know Howell does it as well because I did go to a Cub Scout event at the Howell pool as well. Not one that we planned, but one that was planned. But a great thing for private events if you're a den leader or you're looking for an end of season party for your T-ball team or these things, this is a great option.
Right, family reunion, right?
Yeah.
I mean, there's so many different things.
Well, and I don't want to say I'm spoiled, but I'm spoiled because like some people, they don't have as much access to a pool.
Right.
And they don't realize that these pools at the high school is accessible to them.
Right.
And that's why I'm saying, hey, check it out online, come out, love to see you out there when I'm swimming laps. I hope that I don't have a plethora of people coming and then I have trouble finding a lane, but that's a good problem to have, I guess.
Yeah, I guess. But, I think it boils down to the fact that our county has so many fantastic things in it. And that's why we love doing our podcast, because we're able to share these things with people. I have people coming up to me saying, hey, I've been here 20 years, but you guys were talking about this, and I never even knew about that. So It's really not just for new people. So we just try to be this resource and let people know about these wonderful things.
Yeah, and if you are listening and you're like, why haven't they ever talked about X? Reach out to us and let us know. Maybe we haven't heard about it yet, or maybe it's something that like we, just haven't gotten around to talking about, but we would love your ideas on the businesses that you want us to talk to or the events or things that just happen in the county.
Right. And for the record, I have reached out to so many people and continue to do so. It's harder for these small businesses that we like to support them. But sometimes timing stuff because it's Christmas time or, winter in the snow and so forth. So there's a lot that goes to it. We appreciate you guys continuing to listen to us, even when it's just an us episode. But we love the small business. We love building them up.
Owning a small business is tough.
It is.
And they have so many things on their plate, and they are juggling so much. So we completely understand it, which is why, you just continue to say, how about this date? How about this date? Right?
Yeah, keep trying. But it's funny because I'm sure it just looks very seamless. But it's a whole second job.
There's a lot that goes on behind the scenes.
And there are businesses that people don't know about. So that's, really what we're trying to give some publicity, some promotion to let people know about the great things in the county.
And today's one of those days for the pools because I bet you people have driven by Brighton High School and seen the big, huge, beautiful pool because it's got glass front on it so you can see into it when you're coming to the football games, right?
Yeah.
And been like, I've never been in there.
Yeah, exactly. Or maybe it never even occurred to people that these opportunities were out there.
Right.
So I think that's great. So, now's a great time to start getting fit, start exercising, start doing things, and just thinking out of the box of different ways to
come out in a lap swim. I'm up to a mile each time I go. So I'm going to toot my own horn here that I'm swimming a mile a couple days a week. So it's good.
There you go. But I like that there's water aerobics and there's other things for some of us lightweights because I'll never swim. The
water aerobics, the open swim time, the classes for the kids, the so many different things just to get out there, get a little bit of movement and get in the water.
Especially coming off of a winter that everybody's just going stir crazy.
Right. Yeah.
That's something to do. Right.
Yeah. Even if you just want to go down the water slides at Hartland Pool.
There you go.
Go into the hot tub. So it's good.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, thank you guys so much for listening today. We really appreciate you checking out our podcast. Please go to welcometolivingston.com. You can see all the different episodes. We're on Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple. So YouTube, right?
Yeah. Check out any of our old episodes. I'll bet you there's businesses that you know of that, what a great chance to learn more about them.
Yes. So thank you so much for listening, and
Welcome to Livingston.